Okay guys, you joined me today in the KO8 studio. So today I'm going to take you through some exercises or some unilateral work, okay? Strung in order like I train conventionally, which is a push, a pull and a legs variation. There's loads of different benefits to doing unilateral work, okay? First of all, the balance or the proprioception. Being on one leg is much harder. Not only that, it teaches you kinesthetic awareness or where you are in space, particularly your limbs in space. It's also a great application to sport. It's very rare that you're always planted on 2 feet in sport. You're always switching back from one or the other. General population or normal people as well, it's great to do if you have imbalances, which we conventionally do, guys. It helps you highlight the imbalances and also fix them. So the way we're going to go through it, okay, the KO8 is set up in a suspension mode and a resistance mode, okay? So some on the bands and some on the suspension trainer. The first exercise I'm going to show you is a cross chest press. Okay, so I'm going to take it out so I get a bit of resistance. I'm side on to the KO8, okay? So this is a lateral line of vector. What I'm focusing on here is driving my humerus or my upper arm across my chest, so it's adduction. I'm also going to turn my hand over to get a tighter contraction, okay? So this pronation. I take a deep breath, I get a nice tall chest. And I exhale on the concentric movement. Nice and controlled back eccentrically. Okay, lovely exercise, guys. The next one is the pull variation. So I'm going to have my back to you on this, particularly to show you the pre-stretch that my lat gets in this exercise, okay? I'm going to line up, so I'm just going to come across the midline. So the line of vector is pulling my arm already across my body slightly, okay? From here, you'll see my lat, which is already stretched, okay? So I'm gonna go into the hinge, let it pre-stretch my lat, drive my elbow back, and turn my hand up or supinate my hand up at the same time. Nice and controlled, drive my elbow down and back. And if you wanna get really clever, you can add a little bit of lateral spinal flexion, so just a little bit of flexion there, okay? And drive and squeeze. It's a lovely exercise there, guys. The next variation is your legs variation, which is actually a variation of a Bulgarian split squat. So we're into the suspension mode on this and onto the harness, okay? So push the handle up. We're gonna pop our foot into the harness, okay? Just around our ankle. We don't want to go too far from the vertical support on this. All we're really looking to do here is hinge and squat at the same time and get a torso angle that maintains the same angle as my tibia and my fibia, okay? So from here, gonna take a deep breath, get the tension, gonna drop back down, okay? I'm fortunate that I have the mirrors, okay? Or you can get visual feedback or ask a friend. We're going to take a nice slow descent, watching my knee. My knee is tracking over my foot. I don't want it to go valgus or move in. I also want to load my glute, okay? So we're going down and driving up through my heel and squeezing and extending my hips at the same time. You can see my balance or my proprioception having to work, okay guys, like we discussed. Going down and drive up. So really good variation there, it's really tough. The next variation, we're going back to the resistance, okay? And this is a fly. So another push. Again, we're gonna take it out. So we're already in the pre-stretch here. I'm gonna be side onto the KO8, but I'm just gonna turn my body a little bit, okay? From here, everything's gonna be solid. I'm gonna really try and brace. So the only movement is my arm and my upper arm particularly, which is a horizontal movement across my body. So from there, it's coming across. Nice and controlled. Going back to the stretch. Again, we want to keep our chest in front of our shoulders on this so that we get that thoracic extension and we're driving our arm across the body. Really tight contraction there. Braced again. Trust me, that's hard enough. We're going to go back to the suspension part of this now, okay guys, and onto the handle for basically a biomechanical disadvantageous position. So we're going to use the gravity and our body angle to work against us on this. Everything nice and controlled. We want to maintain a solid plank position, so our hips are extended and our glutes are switched on. We're also bracing in our core, okay? So from here, it's a single arm, solid position. My feet are off the floor to reduce the surface area and make it a little bit more difficult. From here, my hand is turned over and I'm driving my elbow back and supinating at the same time, okay? You can use your other arm for balance. Again, I'm squeezing my glutes, so I'm maintaining this plank position, driving my elbows down and back and into that position. Turn and squeeze. That's really tough, guys, if it's done at the correct tempo. So the next variation is a single leg RDL, okay? And again, on this, if you are using the suspension trainer, some would argue there's no mechanical resistance. Well, it actually is. You're using your body and the levers in your body to create that mechanical tension, okay, guys? So the way I do it is I use the KO8 for assistance. I get myself in the right position, my hips are square, and then we're going to tip down and up. As I come up, I'm driving my hips through. One thing on here that I'm looking for is a torso drop and a leg raise at the same time, okay? So maintaining this extension and coming up. Again, you could even do it like this, guys. It's tough enough and you're just getting a little bit of assistance, but you can see that proprioception element. There you go, guys. Those are the exercises for today. I hope you enjoy it. Give it a go. And if you have any questions, chuck them in the comment section below. Thank you very much.